Aaron Rodgers is still a stud. The rush stops here, and there are no undefeated teams left in the NFL. This is ffchamps.com on Football Nation. Time for Fantasy Rewind after Week 6 in the NFL. Billy Enright of ffchamps.com. The rush stops here, at least in Week 6 in the NFL, right, Billy?
Yeah, we're not sure what the heck happened to the running backs, but only 2 rushers had over 100 yards in Week 6. Shonn Greene, 100, great performance, best of his career, 163 yards to go along with his 3 touchdowns. And then Ahmad Bradshaw with a 116-yard game against what we thought was a dominant 49ers rush defense. But those were the only 2 running backs all season, in Week 6, that finished with over 100 yards. In I think it was Week 1, there was 5 running backs that had over 100, 7 in Week 2, 7 in Week 3, 9 in Week 4, 8 in Week 5. So to only see 2 rushers with over 100 yards here in Week 6, it made a lot of people start scratching their heads.
Well, your buddy and mine, Kerry Byrne, that's music to his ears. He said the NFL has always been and always will be a passing league, so the trends start to get back to where Kerry always talks about. Except now we go to the passing part, and we talk about Aaron Rodgers. For those that thought that Rodgers' best fantasy days were behind them, not so fast, right?
Yeah, 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns on Sunday Night Football for Aaron Rodgers. Go along with his 338 yards. That was good enough for 50 fantasy points. Now, Rodgers, he started off slow, 3 touchdowns in the first 3 games. But how about this? 13 touchdowns in the last 3 games. So it's pretty clear Aaron Rodgers is back to being a fantasy football stud.
I'm sitting here looking at my Monday morning report on Football Nation, and it says that the Atlanta Falcons are 6-0, 23-20. They beat the Oakland Raiders. You're telling me that's not true, Billy. Why? What?
Hey, everyone thinks the Atlanta Falcons are the last undefeated team in the NFL, but they lost in fantasy football. If you match up the Oakland Raiders playmakers against the Atlanta Falcons playmakers, the Raiders guys outscored them in every category. Quarterback, Carson Palmer, had, I believe it was 16 fantasy points. Matt Ryan only had 8. Running backs, Darren McFadden, he had 19 fantasy points. Running back for the Falcons, only 4. Denarius Moore outscored Roddy White. Derek Hagan outscored Julio Jones. Brandon Myers outscored the tight end Tony Gonzalez. So strictly from a fantasy football standpoint, the Raiders players outscored the Atlanta Falcons players.
So how far are you going to take this, Billy, as the purveyor of pigskin at ffchamps.com? Are you going to set a meeting with Roger Goodell and say that we should start scoring these games fantasy-wise as opposed to real-wise?
Hey, that's what I think.
We'll see how far you get with that. Good luck, my friend.
They won't let me pass security.
He's Billy Enright of ffchamps.com. I'm Butch Stearns of the Pulse Network. This is FF Champs on Football Nation.